This module to edit polygon range maps can be used either for range maps that were stored on the platform, such as range maps from previous published SRedList assessment, or range maps created on the platform through step 1b. In the first case, it will allow you to update the published range map from the last assessment, for instance to edit the border of a polygon, to draw a new polygon where the species was recently discovered, or to edit presence attributes to report that a population went extinct. In the second case, it will allow you, for instance, to fine-tune the range map created in sRedList and report different presence, origin, and seasonal attributes. You can find a graphical review of options here. This new module can take two different shapes, depending on whether the species you work on is a freshwater species, in which case we'll use hydrobasins and have a tool similar to the freshwater mapping application, or if it's not a freshwater species. Let's start with a range map that is not based on hydrobasins. The main editing functionalities are on the left toolbar. This one will draw new polygons. Note that if you overlap with an existing polygon, it will be cropped to avoid overlaps. This one enables editing the border of an existing polygon by dragging submits individually. Note that it can be a bit slow for complex polygons. If you right-click on a submit, that submit will be removed. This one is here to drag a polygon around. This one enables to draw a multiline that will then be used to split a polygon. This can be useful when you want to assign different presence, origin, or seasonal attributes to those polygons, or when you want to remove part of that polygon. As you just show, if you click on a polygon, you get a pop-up with an option to remove that polygon, or the option to edit its presence, origin, seasonal attributes. On the right panel, you also get an option to simplify polygons by a set percentage. This is particularly useful when you upload a range map with many submits that you wish to edit manually. Instead of dragging each submit around, you can simplify the range map to have less submits to move. You can also smooth the range map by a given percentage to have a final range map with less sharp angles. You can also simplify or smooth an individual polygon by setting the percentage and clicking on the button in the pop-up of the polygon you wish to edit. If you previously cropped your range map by land, sea, or by a country, you will also be offered to crop it again here, which can be useful, for instance, if you manually edited a range map and need to make sure no sea area has been added. Finally, you can edit the pre-filled content of columns that will be in your final shapefile as required by the SRedList mapping standards, such as compiler, year, source, data sensitivity, and so on. Don't forget to save regularly and to save at the end. You can also discard unsaved changes at any time. If your distribution is already quite complex when you click on Edit Manually, you will be asked if you want to simplify it or not. If you click Yes, the platform will simplify it to keep only about 2000 submits, and you will be able to edit it as you wish. If you click No, you will keep the original distribution, but you won't be able to edit the shape manually by dragging submits, as your distribution is too heavy for it to work efficiently. Now let's consider a range map created from hydrobasins. If you created that range map on the platform through step 1b, we will automatically suggest the hydrobasins to you. Conversely, if you use the range map stored on the platform or uploaded, step 1a, you will have to click on Edit as Hydrobasins, which will only be suggested if your species is known to be a freshwater species. Then it will extract all hydrobasins level 8 that have their centroid overlapping with your range map. You can then select or unselect hydrobasins individually to include or exclude them from the range map. You can also edit their presence, origin, seasonal attributes. We also have options to batch add, edit or remove hydrobasins, as adding them one by one can be too long. The first batch option is to use these markers and place them in the hydrobasins you wish to add, edit or remove. Then set the attributes and click on one of these buttons to add, edit or remove hydrobasins. The second batch option is to use this tool to draw a polygon that includes all the hydrobasins you wish to add, edit or remove. Then to set the attributes and click on one of these buttons. The third batch option is to click on an individual hydrobasin and add, edit or remove all hydrobasins that are upstream to this hydrobasin or downstream or within the same catchment. If you reach the limit of the hydrobasins that are presented on the map, you can click on Expand. It is also possible to add upstream or downstream hydrobasins one by one. Finally, you can pre-fill some data fields here, such as the citation, the source, and the compiler. Don't forget to save regularly and to save at the end. You can also discard unsaved changes at any time.